Good afternoon, boys and girls. The painter David Hockney said there's no such thing as bad weather, and I think in many ways he's correct in his estimation of the turpitudes of the meteorological conditions. Whatever turpitudes mean, I think it's probably the first time I've used that term, turpitudes. I was going to use the word peregrinations to describe my my wanderings around Bristol the other day, because well, they weren't exactly peregrinations, because you have to go on a long way to go on a peregrination, and I was sort of more of a meander, more of a sort of a lost meander, sort of a drift through the psychogeography of that great city. Yeah, it's interesting. As a special treat, we were staying in the Novotel up on the top floor, and as a special treat for me in the morning, for the elevator music, they played Fat Freddy's Drop. What's it called? Bones. I looked it up on this app, so I thought it was quite nice elevator music. So I'm quite familiar with Bristol, but this weekend I think it's sort of this aftershock of my second COVID jab, because it gave me a bit of a mind fog, and like I mentioned before, I'm getting this tinnitus symptoms. It makes me feel like a bit like a robot. It's like I go into my studio and it sounds like everything's switched on, except it's not. You see what I mean? It's everything's switched on, and I can just hear the sort of background hum, or this like hum that you get from light bulbs. So I've got this sort of, it's like a digital noise. It's funny, and it's in my head like a crazy man. It's probably enough to drive you mad. So the roads up to Bristol were bloody chocker, man, and it was absolutely wazzing it down, and you know, it's just like really stressful conditions, and you're just driving and in need of a pee, and it's like you've been going for hours and you've gone about 20 or 30 miles. But we got there in the end, and I had a really nice wander around Bristol on Saturday, meeting up with the stepchildren. That was the purpose of the visit. Yeah, we had a wander around Bristol, and I was trying to think, what am I talking about Hockney for? Hockney printing, yeah. When Hockney, when I did my art, David Hockney did this great book about painting, where he was showing how these Renaissance masters used cameras, primitive forms of cameras, to actually trace these pictures. And all along we've been taught that these guys had such a photographic aperture in their brains for getting this wonderful perspective. But they worked it out. It was done with not cinema verite, is it? It's not cinema verite. Camera obscura. The camera obscura means a black room. Camera obscura. The word camera, it's a German word. I was going to start talking about printing now. That was it. Because I was wandering around Bristol, and this dangerous building sign there. I thought, oh, that's great. I took some snaps of it that I put on Instagram. I don't know if I put the dangerous building one, but we're looking at this building, and I just like to take photos of textures and things, because I like textures and worn out stuff. And it was a pub, but you couldn't read the sign. You could just see this IL. There's a sign. Leslie says to me, you know, what's it called that? And we're looking at it, and it's the printer's devil. Hey, this sounds like it could be a good story, doesn't it? The printer's devil.